Adverbials Type 2. You may remember this scenario from a previous lesson. Because Jake saw how happy Emily was with her new hair, she was jealous. Now, let's watch what happens next.
Hey, Emily, can I borrow your lunch?
Who are you?
It's me, Jake. Jake? I got my hair cut.
You did! Oh my god! It looks fantastic!
And I feel great too.
Yeah!
You may remember one way to reduce an adverb clause from a previous lesson. Let's look at two sentences. While Jake was sitting in the office, she saw Emily. After Jake cut her hair, Emily didn't recognize her. You probably recall that we can only reduce one of these adverb clauses. This adverb clause cannot be reduced because the subjects are not the same. In this sentence, the subjects are the same, and we can reduce it to, while sitting in the office, she saw Emily. We can do this by using the subordinating conjunction and the ing form of the verb. Today, we will discuss a second type of reduction. Let's look at how to reduce this sentence even more. When we use while, meaning at the same time, we can also drop while and start the clause with the ing verb. So we can say, sitting in the office, she saw Emily, which has the same meaning as the reduction that we already saw. While sitting in the office, she saw Emily. Both of these reductions have the same meaning as the full form of the sentence. Remember that all three sentences are correct and have the same meaning. The difference is only a matter of style, just like our haircuts. In this lesson, we'll be focusing on the shortest reduction. Here's another example. While Emily was working quietly at her desk, she was thinking about her hair. If we want to drop while, we must also drop the subject and be verb. The clause now starts with the ing verb. Working quietly at her desk, she was thinking about her hair. The only time clause that we can reduce in this way is a clause starting with while. In the next sentence, before Jake cut her hair, she was sad, we cannot delete before. So if we say, cutting her hair, she was sad, this is incorrect. You may remember from the previous lesson that we can reduce the clause like this, but we must keep before. In addition to reducing time clauses, we can also reduce clauses of cause and effect, as in this example. Because Jake has short hair, she was unrecognizable. Before reducing any adverb clause, we should check to see if the subjects are the same in both clauses. Jake and she are the same person, so yes, we can reduce the adverb clause. In a previous lesson, you learned to reduce the clause in this way. Delete the subject and change the verb to ing. But we cannot do this for a cause and effect clause. So it is wrong to do this. Because having short hair, she was unrecognizable. No, this type of reduction is only for time clauses. So, how can we reduce a cause and effect clause? We must delete because, the subordinating conjunction, and the subject. Then, change the verb to the ing form. Having short hair, she was unrecognizable. In this case, we might not know who she is, so it is a good idea to name the person or thing you are talking about. Having short hair, Jake was unrecognizable. Here's another example. Since Jake wants to look like Emily, she decided to cut her hair too. This is also a cause and effect clause. Remember, since can also mean because. Now, let's reduce this clause. First, delete the conjunction and the subject. Next, change the verb to the ing form. The correct sentence is, wanting to look like Emily, Jake decided to cut her hair too. Notice that the first clause in the original sentence is in present tense. Now, let's look at a past tense example. Because Jake had cut her hair, Emily didn't recognize her. Now, let's reduce it. Are you ready? Well, you should say, no, Jake, I am not ready because we cannot reduce this clause. There are two different subjects. I'm just making sure you're paying attention. Okay, here's a clause that we can reduce. Because Jake had cut her hair, Jake was unrecognizable. First, delete these two words. Now, notice that we have past perfect tense. So, we are going to change this verb to the ing form. Having cut her hair, Jake was unrecognizable. When we see having and the past participle of the verb, this means because and in the past. To review, here are three types of adverb clauses that can be reduced to start with the ing verb. While, since, but only when it means cause and effect, and because.